Right, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be doing a bit more on this Piaggio Nrg MC2, and what we're going to be starting off with is getting these front forks back in and hopefully getting the front wheel on, and we'll get the front panel all fitted up hopefully, so we'll have all this front end rebuilt up. I will be taking the wheels off again because I'm going to be painting them, but I just want to get it all buttoned up and see if we can get the bike actually running maybe. And then all we'll have to do is just polish that front fairing, maybe get the stickers on in today's video, and then all that's left is to paint the wheels, paint the centre stand, and do something with this seat. So let's get started. Alright, so bringing the front forks up, just tilt the bike back a bit. That's it. There we go. We'll just rest them there for a minute, and then we'll pull that through. Got the bearings there. Make sure you don't drop them. So we'll put that through there for a minute. We'll just get a few threads started on this. So I'm just going to just knock this up a bit. Put the handlebars that way. That'll do for that. Then you get your washer, that will go in, and then you've got your lock nut just to go on top there. And again, that only needs to be hand tight really, but I'll just give it one tap. So that's that done. So we'll put the forks back relatively straight now. Somewhere there. We can always adjust these handles once we're back on the wheels. Right, the bike wants to lay down because there's no wheel on it. Right, so let me just get my rubber mallet. It's under here already. So there we go. And you get your pinch bolt for this. And that sits through the forks there. Lovely. Tell you what, it's blinking hot in this polytunnel. Whew. Right, so we'll just nip this up now. So that's got that. There we go. Lovely. So as you can see, that is all it takes to take the front forks on and off. It's just you undo your pinch bolt there, knock the handlebars off, and then you've got your two nuts and a washer there, and your forks will drop down out the bottom there. So let's get the front wheel on. Right then, so I'm just going to bring the front wheel over, and I've got the speedo drive to put on as well, but let's just get the pot roughly where we want it. I'm just going to put the bolt in that way just for a minute, just to hold that wheel there. It goes in the other way, but while I just get this speedo driver lined up. Right, there we go. So we just hold back on that. There we go. Jesus Christ, I'm sweating in it. Whew. Right, so that's the front forks fully fitted with the front caliper, with the front wheel, sorry. And we do have the front caliper here. I do need to order another front caliper bolt, as well missing the other one. So they're pretty straightforward, these bikes, to work on. I'll just snip that up. We say we do need to order a new caliper bolt. Right, so she's back on her wheels. So as you can see, we've also got the front mud guard. So we can just put them 2 screws in. So there we go. Right, so I've just gone to grab the clogs and I was just giving a bit of a clean up. I don't know if you can see, we've actually got a broken terminal there. It's actually burnt out, so I will have to have a look at that. I'm not sure if it is repairable, or we might be able to just buy the new circuit. So it might be cheaper just to buy another set of clocks, who knows. But I'll have a look online and see what we can come up with. But for the time being, I just want to get this all back together, and it'll only take 2 minutes to whiz these off. It's only 4 screws, so let's carry on putting it all back together. We'll just get our plugs. That's your indicators there. You got your 3-pin plug there for your indicator switch. You got your horn switch. Just there. That's clipped in. And then you should have your other light switch and your electric start. So it's bloody roasting in there. I've got sweat running down my face. Right, so that's that back cover on. So we've just got to plug the 2 indicators in. Make sure all your cables are up there, hidden out of the way. Don't want them getting trapped into nothing. The top fairing, I think I'm going to leave off because it's got a bit of mastic around there and there's a few scratches on there. I think I'm going to give that a bit of a repaint. There's no point putting that back on. That will just ruin the bike basically. So I won't put that back on. So we'll leave this bit top off, but we'll come and get this main front panel on now. Right then, so we can get this back on now. And we'll go do that. Bring it in on the angle. There we go. So make sure you don't get caught on nothing. A couple of screws to go in. Sorry you can't see much, but it's just a bit awkward here. It's so bloody hot. It's a bit fiddly here, you can't really see much. Right, so it's starting to take shape now. Just got to polish this bit up here. And just got the under tray to go on and the kick pan, but I do need to do a repair on that. So what I think we might do is we might take it outside and just polish this bit up and then have a go at putting the stickers on, because it's too hot to be in here. I'm getting too hot. Right then, so this is the front panel. You could struggle to get these nowadays, but they've actually pre-cut it. So what you actually do is you lay it and it just goes around that front guard there, look, just like that. So you actually get the exact positioning, so that's quite handy. So we'll put it from the bottom first. I don't know how these are going to stick. They've been in the polytunnel for months, these have, in that hot heat. So I'm not sure if they're going to be any good or what. What I'm going to do is just fold that up and then we'll start just by marking. So we'll go there. Then we should be able to peel this off. This will be to tell if the sticker's any good or not. That looks great. It does look like it's on the wonk, but that's the way they actually come out from the factory, like that. There we go. And that actually goes nice with that blue, actually, that yellow. I'm really happy with that. That's fantastic. And then you can always just stick your little L plate in there. That's what I've done when I was 16 with one of these. And the same again, these just match up to these panels here. Like this, as you can see, I've done all this side now. We've got the front panel on. The only thing I did notice, they didn't give me a Piaggio one that should go on this top cowling here that we've got to repaint, so that will be missing, that one. But as you can see, we've got the front NRG decals, we've got the MC3 decal on there, and we've got the NRG just like that, just as it come out of the factory, because I say they were lined up ready around panels, so you knew exactly where to go. So that was quite handy, that. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick the other side on, and what we might do, go trying to see if we can get it started. So let me just do that and I'll come back to you. Right then, so we're all stickered up now. It's looking a lot better with these decals on it. You can see all round. So all I've got is the inner plastic. There's a crack in that, so I've just got a plastic weld that, and we can put that back on. There's the belly pan underneath to go back on, and there's this little piece here just to repaint, and that'll be it. I'll say we've got to do something with this seat because I can't leave it like that. I've just put a bit of fuel in it, so I think it'd be rude not to give it a kick and see if it goes. If I remember rightly, this always did start first kick. The petrol was drained out of it, so hopefully there should be no issues about anything there. So let's just get the key in. So I'll give it a couple of turns on that. I say this was pretty good at starting, this one. Oh, there we go, look. Let's give that a minute to serve the choke to do something. But the clocks are, the rev counter and the battery, obviously there's no battery on this, so the battery meter's just voltage bubbling. The rev counter's just bouncing a bit, and we've got a couple of flicking lights there. So what we've got to remember, we've got that broken circuit. Well, it sounds lovely because it ain't been run for a while. Lovely and quiet. I did do the belt on this and the rollers. It has got a Viper sports exhaust on it. But as I'll show you there, that we've just got a bit of bouncing on that battery meter thing. So there's no battery in it. The rev counter was stopped now. As you can see, it's just fluttering there. So I'm not sure if the speedo works, but we'll give it a quick lap round the garden. Right then, so put that back. There we go. Woo, it picks up some speed. Bloody hell. It soon picks up. The speedo is working. Yep, 15 miles an hour we just read there. picks up speed well. Right then, so I think we're going to leave it here for this little one, but as I say, this sounds lovely. It's got oil in it as well. I did put a little bit of premix in it, just to be on the safe side. But sounds lovely that. As I say, I just picked up 15 miles an hour, just going in that short little space. I've mentioned I did have one of these myself when I was 16, 17 years old. And these are very nippy bikes. I mean, my one used to get up to 60, 65, 68 miles an hour. So I know they can do some speeds. And that was without boring it out or anything. So that was just literally just de-restricting it. So I'd like to maybe once we get this one finished, we'll get it MOT'd and we'll get it out on the road for a little blast. Maybe tax it, insure it for a month, and just use it to go round on, see what it's like, and then once we've done a few miles on it, we'll stick it up for sale. So, but I say I'm really happy with how the colouring come out on this. It's really nice blue this, and the decals go lovely against it. So it's going to look fantastic once we get it totally finished off. So we'll just turn that off now. I'm going to stick this back in the polytunnel. It is too hot today. I've been sweating my knackers off in there. That's why there ain't been a lot of talking, because it was just too hot in there, and I wanted to come out here and do a bit. So this one has actually done 16,000 miles, which is not a lot. It's on a no number plate on it. I think it's on a W reg. I think it's a 1999 anyway, whatever I think. So I'm going to leave it here, and until next time, we'll see you about.